So this format it's been a little funny. We've had a bunch of decks from older formats having some nice success, so we thought we'd look at an old classic, AncientGreymon. Let's get into it. Alright, looking at eggs, we are just running 4. We've got Demi-Meramon from BT6. When attacking, when this Digimon attacks a player, it gains 1000 DP. Super nice, super handy to make our AncientGreymons get to that 16,000 with a few other things which we'll talk about in a moment too. Level 3s. First of all, we are running 4 of the most important Flamemon, which is that piercing Flamemon. So inheritable your turn if your Digimon is a hybrid or a 10 warrior, which everything is except for our level 7. It gains piercing. The other level 4 Flamemon that we are running 4 of the BT4 Searcher Flamemon on play, reveal the top 3, add 1 hybrid and or 1 red tamer. So we can search all of our pieces except for our AncientGreymon, except for our level 7 Omnimon. And we can search all our tamers except for a couple of analog youth. The last of the level 3s that we are running 3 Bokomon. So Bokomon on play, reveal top 5, add a hybrid or a 10 warrior and a tamer to your hand. It's much like the Flamemon where we're searching a bunch of cards, adding 2 things to our hand, but this one also allows us to add the AncientGreymon, whereas Flamemon does not. Level 4s, MVP, most important level 4 is the Promo Agunimon. Couple of effects going on here. So there's a 2 cost to Digivolve over your level 3. It's when attacking, this Digimon can basically warp up into Ancient Grey for a cost of 2. But at the end of the turn, this Digimon has to be deleted. So a good way to get a nice bit of aggression if you need to go fast quickly. And with this Digimon being deleted at the end of the turn, it does trigger AncientGreymon's effect to then play a level 4 hybrid from your hand. So you're replacing itself essentially, which is nice. The next level 4 that we have got 4 of the Burning Greymon. So Burning Greymon, the reason why we have this in here is because he can evolve on top of a level 4 for 1. And that's important because the AncientGreymon gets a security check for each hybrid that we have in the sources. So without Burning Greymon in there, we're only checking 4 security. With Burning Greymon in the stack, we are checking 5 security, which is super important. Allows us to go into Blitz Omni for game, or if we've got some memory, go for hybrid for game. And speaking of hybrid for game, we are running 2 hybrid Agunimon. Allows us to go on top of a tamer for 2 cost, win the game that way. The level 5 lineups, super simple. We're only running 1 level 5, and that is Aldamon. So maxing out 4 copies on that. It's when Digivolve effect, we're not going to use too much, but if this card has hybrid and its traits, this Digimon gains 4,000. Does occasionally come up, but its inheritable is why we are playing this. So while this Digimon is hybrid or 10 warriors, which is your AncientGreymon, any option cards checked in security on a swing do not activate, which is absolutely insane. There's a whole bunch of nice options out there which can remove our AncientGreymon, but thanks to Aldamon, that ain't gonna happen. And it is the only level 5 that we're running, so it's always gonna go off when we are attacking with our Ancient Grey, unless we're warping into it with Promo Aguni. Level 6s, as you can guess, we are just running the 4 AncientGreymon. So it's effect your turn for each Digimon in this card sources that are hybrid or Greymon, we gained an extra security attack. So all our sources are going to be hybrid except for our egg, which means if we have that Burning Grey in, we're checking 5 security, which is nice. And it's on deletion is what we spoke about before. We can play a level 4 or lower card with hybrid from our hand without paying its memory cost. So we can play any of our Agunimons, and we can play any of our red level 3s, those Flamemon. Level 7s, we are running 2. We've got 2 Blitz Omni. So once we swing 5 checks with our Ancient Grey, then we can go into Blitz Omni for game. And if for some reason we don't go for game with Omni, which I don't know why that would happen, but maybe it will, all turns, if an opponent's Digimon would delete this Digimon or return it to its owner's hand or deck, you can prevent that from happening by trashing at level 6 in its sources. So it can stick around for another turn. Now, our tamers, we are running 3 hero. So hero memory resetter, nice and handy for us to start with at 3. Make sure that we can get into our Ancient Grey for 3 thanks to Promo Aguni's effect. And then its other effect is handy for us because while Ancient Grey doesn't check options, he's not the most strong DP wise. Only a base of 13,000. And then when we swing with a Demi Mirror, we're going up to 14. But when we swing, the other effect of hero can trigger. So your turn, when you attack with a Digimon that is level 5 or higher, we can suspend it to give that Digimon 2,000 DP, which means we're going up to 16,000 if we have one hero out, which gets over almost everything. If we have 2, we're swinging 18,000. Nothing DP wise is going to bother us then. The last of the tamers, we're running 2 Analog Youth. Youth is in there for a couple of reasons. The one is on play, we reveal the top 3 cards, add 1 Digimon to our hand. So just a nice searcher, 2-cost searcher, which is great. And the other effect is when a level 5 or higher Digimon that we have with sources is deleted, we can suspend this tamer to gain 1 memory and hatch an egg. So super handy if you say you warp into your Ancient Grey with your Promo Aguni, you leave your opponent at 1, it's guaranteed to die because of Promo Aguni's effect. It dies, we tap the youth, still our turn. So we can still do some nice things there. So yeah, great way to kind of control a bit more memory there. And then also just helps with a memory choking in general if it's not gonna work out that we pass the turn back to ourselves. Now for options, we are running a bunch of options. So we are first of all running 4 red memory boosts. So red memory boost, searcher, main, reveal top 4, add 1 red Digimon, which means we can search any of our Digimon except for our Omnimon and Bokomon. And then the delay is gain 2 memory. So that extra memory is nice and handy for when we want to go up into our AncientGreymon. The next bit of draw power / removal that we have in the deck is we got Fireball. We're running 2 of them. So a 2-cost option. The main effect is delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 DP or less. If you can't do that, draw 2. Its security effect is exactly the same as its main effect. So super handy to just get that extra draw, but then also handy just to remove pesky little guys like the memory blockers or just chip away at a wide board. Speaking of removal, we are running 3 Gaia Force, delete something, which is fantastic. Really good against those tower decks. Really good against those tower decks if they run into it in security. We're also running 3 Crimson Blaze. This card's really good against those going wide boards. Crimson Blaze is also handy because you can reduce its play cost by 1 for each Digimon your opponent has in play. So if there's your wide board, you can play this for 1, 2, 3 sometimes, which is crazy. Its main effect is delete all of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less, and then your opponent cannot play Digimon by effects until the end of their next turn. So yeah, super good against things like your Bloom Lord, things like your Jesmon, things like your D-Brigade that just want to play things for free, and both of them are just quite nasty in security. The last option that we're running, the Spicy Tech, we are running 2 high-speed plug-in D, the blue plug-in card. 2 cost to play. If we have a tamer in play, don't have to worry about its color. But its main effect is really good because we have a piercing flame on, so we can get through blockers. But say if we're going something against like a Jesmon that has 1,000,000 Systemon blockers on board, we play this, one of our Digimon gets jamming, which is nice. But the other part is that that Digimon cannot be blocked. So it helps us just close out games, making sure that we can still win even if there's 100 blockers on board. Alright guys, there is the deck in all of its glory as per usual. And as per usual, let us know what you think down in the comment section below. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, more coming your way soon. Stay beautiful, and we'll see you in the next one.